What I thought was really interesting when Benjamin Lee from WeBank talked about what problems they solved first with distributed ledger, it was actually the same as what we'd done first. So we had tackled the concept of, or the problem of reconciliation. We used it for Nostro accounts. We did that piece of work with Wells Fargo, and that was the first thing they had solved as well. I thought that was really interesting.
It was interesting. That reconciliation problem, I guess, does exist in, it's the heart of any banking relationship.
Yeah.
I thought the other thing that was quite cool was, and this is a scale thing that WeBank obviously have, because they're attached to WeChat, which has only 1 billion users or 500 million users or something like that. They were able to scale that and then apply their banking solution on the back end and provide micro loans to all of those social media users, which is a really interesting model.
I thought that was really interesting too, Nick. And what if I heard Benjamin correctly, they've got 130 million banking customers.
That's right,
through that digital platform, which is remarkable. The other thing that I took away from that presentation, they're completely cloud-based, so their core banking is hosted in the cloud. And they've also developed a lot of their own technology, particularly around distributed ledgers. And they rent that technology to other financial institutions on as a service basis too, right?
That's right. My understanding is that part of their business plan is that they actually want to become not only a bank, but a banking technology provider at the same time. So that's a big play, and what will be very interesting to see is how that scales outside of China.
Yeah, exactly. So look, what we also talked about today was the challenges of the trade finance supply chain. It's that sort of golden egg, if you like, that we'd really just like to solve this long and elongated problem we have between multiple counterparties in a supply chain. But what I also thought was interesting is that the participants in the panel also felt like we did, that it's a very complex problem. And solving parts of that problem over time, as we understand the technology better, we get better skills of our own and increased collaboration, and also standards and understanding along that supply chain, because there are so many actors.
Yeah. I thought there were two interesting things there. So we heard from the Wangsheng Group. Now they started out as an automobile manufacturer and clearly have a complex supply chain behind them. So they were able to work with WeBank in terms of supply chain finance for that automobile sector. So because they had better understanding of that particular area, they were able to sort of apply that and make progress rather than trying to solve the whole big problem all at once.
That's a good point, because what Wangsheng did show was that they stuck to the business they knew, they stuck to the problems that they understood. And I think that was a really good lesson. That's what we've tried to do here at ANZ, is to tackle problems we understand deeply, work with customers with whom we can collaborate, who also we understand their problems, like the property sector and the bank guarantee digitization work that we've done. And I think it's a real lesson. And it's also great to hear from Chinese companies and banks that they are thinking very similarly about these challenges as well.
So no, it's been great interchange and exchange, and one of the things that we're really pleased about is being able to facilitate that communication, and certainly from ADKA's point of view, we will be doing further missions back to China, and we hope to bring more Chinese back to Australia as well. And the more we can do that, the more we can learn from one another. I think importantly, Australia does have a really good opportunity as some of this ecosystem grows, because obviously China is our biggest trading partner. We are their 8th biggest trading partner. Because of our role in the standards process, they're quite interested in using Australia as a test bed for some of these international collaborations. So if we can make the most of that, we have the potential to be at the amongst the early adopters of this emerging tech as it really goes forward.